everyone to University Stadium, home to the Lobos of the University of New Mexico, and the fans here are fired up for this clash. We've got a terrific matchup for you today, rich in pageantry and tradition, and it ought to be a fantastic clash. As we'll see a squad from Conference USA, the Jacksonville State Gamecocks, taking on a team from the Mountain West, the New Mexico Lobos. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Lobos will get us underway with the opening kickoff. He'll bring it out. It's Glover. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Jacksonville State's offense will go to work first. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on. They punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. That's reeled in. It's Johnson. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And a great job by the defense seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
3rd and 6, and they'll need a big play here on this opening drive. From the gun, wants to pass. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
The Lobos offense taking the field, first chance we have to see them today. And David, they've got a tight end who might not be a superstar, but he always seems to be in the right place, always ready to be a safety valve for this quarterback.
No, and this guy dictates to the defense. It's so nice to be able to move him around. He's the chess piece. He's the playmaker on offense that can do a lot of things. And if they're going to be successful, the big tight end's going to be the reason why.
And he's a very reliable target, too. We've seen him make some really tough catches in some big moments for this offense. He's going to have to do that in this game today. The defense is keying on him. They know that's where the quarterback's eyes are going to be going early and often in this game, so the tight end's got to step up.
Snagged in the middle, it's Miller. Tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and enough for a first down.
Zone coverage means everybody's looking at the quarterback. So now, when I'm a wide receiver, I got to make sure I know I fit in the hole between these zones. I know where they're dropping to, and I know where I need to get to. Great job by the wide receiver finding that hole, and the quarterback throwing a strike.
Catch in the middle, it's Bankston. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
And the Lobos can really attack on this 2nd and short. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, 2nd and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's 3rd down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
Throws to the wideout, and they can't make the play on 3rd down.
And this offense stays aggressive, and they pass the football. I think you can always look back and say, 3rd and short, I'd love for you to run it, be the more physical team. But nice job sticking up and bowing their necks for this defense.
The Lobos will line up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. How about this? It's out of bounds inside the 10, and they're going to mark it right around the 5-yard line. What a great job there. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Defense is totally ready in this situation, too. Because of the field position with the offense backed up, they know they're going to try and run the ball, buy themselves some real estate, but they ain't having it. Lots of bodies in the box, close to the line of scrimmage, and they generate a TFL.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Catch in the middle, it's Recksteiner. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down.
Slant routes, they're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, you'll take that throw all day.
And the Gamecocks are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. The give to the running back from the shotgun. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Gamecocks come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Recksteiner. Knocked down at the 26 after ripping off 10 there.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket. Threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
And the Gamecocks are moving quickly down the field. Looking downfield on first down. Grabbed in the middle, it's Johnson. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Trying play action. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes, as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he's stopped. We will get another look at this New Mexico offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. And don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Wants to go up top. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
At the 47-yard line. Coming up, 4th down.
And the Lobos will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. Wants to go up top on first down. They're setting up the screen. Shakes off the defender. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective. That was just a perfectly choreographed screen. The line got out on time. The running back had a wall in front of it.
And I think the quarterback did a really good job of selling pass and then kind of dodging the pass rush, getting it to the running back, and then let him do the rest. You got him in space, he'll pick up yards in a hurry.
Gets it past the first down marker and still running. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
That's a first down for the offense.
We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. So first down here as they go back to work. They'll ride the hot hand.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Off play action. He lofts one down the sideline. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points on this drive.
Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Got his man downfield. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that in route.
The Gamecocks have it with a 1st and 10. Caught over the middle. It's Recksteiner. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He wants to throw it again. He caught it! And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Not the big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
And the Gamecocks are threatening on 1st and goal. Wide receiver going in motion. Barrels ahead. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Jacksonville State. Can these guys just score from anywhere out there? After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and go get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0.
That makes the score Jacksonville State 7, New Mexico.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Now New Mexico will go back to work on offense. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Looking to the big tight end. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming.
Well, even though that was an incompletion, I wouldn't be surprised if this secondary wants to start playing deeper coverages, because this offense has shown that they're willing to be aggressive. They've got a lot of speed. This defense cannot allow any big plays here in the second half.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Makes the grab. It's Miller. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Just gets rid of it before the heat.
You can just start to sense the frustration building for this offense after that incompletion. Right now, setting up 4th down. They haven't yet scored a touchdown. They just can't find a rhythm in this game. Obviously, the defense, the big reason for that. But if this offense wants a chance to win, they have got to start stringing some completions together and get this quarterback in a better rhythm.
Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. Got it in the middle. It's Baldwin. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
It's really easy to say the word RPO and say I'm going to run them, but you got to make those decisions, and you got to make them fast. You can't get confused by all the craziness that's going on, by all the guys moving around or talking. Nice job by the quarterback, staying in the moment, seeing it, throwing the slant, making sure he makes the right decision.
Quickly to the tight end. Crosses the 45, out of bounds at the 47-yard line, and a solid play there.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Use the play fake, now to throw. Unleashes it on the run. Makes the grab. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
And so many times the safeties tell the tape, and that's what QBs are studying and reading, and he drops back, and you can tell he sees his receiver coming from the right side, and he knows exactly where he's going to end up with that post, pushes the ball down the field for the big play, got the safety out of position, made the big touchdown throw.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the final 53 yards coming courtesy of that touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Let's see what the Lobos offense has in store. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
After that last big gainer, they'll put it in play. 1st and 10 from their own 49. A strike downfield. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. And I think on that last completion, it was a good example of that.
Wants to throw on first down. Escapes trouble. Bought a little time, lets it go. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
So now it's second and long. Pulls it in. It's Thomas.
Listen, nice completion, short gain. Now you get to third down. Third down's more manageable. But guess what? If I don't get it on third down, I still got that fourth down in my pocket. Nowadays, analytics, we're going for it anyways.
It'll be third and long. Looking to throw again. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
Man, this defense is dominating all game long. They have been making this quarterback's life so difficult with their pass rush. They bring him down there for the sack. They're not giving anything up. They're leading this game by a lot. We're only in the second quarter, and this ain't going to change unless this offense can find a rhythm.
The Lobos will punt it away on fourth down.
In punt formation to kick it away.
Excellent job on the punt. Bounces out of bounds at the 5, and they'll have 95 yards to go in front of them. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw.
You know, as an offense, you've got to do a better job pass protecting, and you've got to start thinking about max protection at this point of the game, because if you don't get hats on hats, your quarterback goes down on his own 2-yard line. You're lucky you didn't give up a safety.
The Gamecocks now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Handoff to the lone back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, back up inside their 20. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
And that has got to be so demoralizing for this defense. They played so well on first and second down and then have a total breakdown on third. They're going to have to do so much better the next time they're put in that situation.
We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. And the Gamecocks will snap it on first and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Looking down the middle. And he dropped it. Just didn't hook the thing all the way in.
Well, that is one the tight end is going to want to have back. He was wide open on that play. That's one he's got to make. He's got to be able to make that catch.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. The play action fake. This time he's got him. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys on the field. Stringing first downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Looking to throw on first down. Moves around to clear up the vision. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. The Gamecocks come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Give to the running back. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
All right, guys, that's not a home run type play, but he did enough there to keep the chains moving.
And the Gamecocks kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Might as well give it to him again. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Been showing them the run. Now they'll throw it. Quarterback adapting. Got the first down. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half.
Man, that's so frustrating, and it happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, and he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
To the air on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming.
And that can be frustrating to watch running backs not make plays like a receiver, but they're not a receiver. And a lot of times when they have guys around them, the focus that receivers have it doesn't exist in them. And you could tell just dropped the football, lost a little bit of focus, but I think those footsteps were close enough where he hurt him.
Looking downfield, and time is running short. With the catch, it's Johnson. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
He's marked down at the 22. It's 3rd down.
They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And it's 3rd down, but they're going to go ahead and try the field goal and try to get points before the break. Visualizing the right ball flight from 39 yards out in the right hash. It is perfect. And that lead grows even bigger.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Coming out with it, it's Williams. Coverage team there to make the stop. They avoid disaster, and that's the end of the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, looks like you've got a great atmosphere today in Albuquerque. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this second half. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at University Stadium.
The Gamecocks will kick it away to crank up the second half. Fielded in the end zone. It's Humphrey. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Let's see what the Lobos offense has dialed up this time. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive here for this offense.
From the shotgun, the inside give. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
They're about to wear this punter out. He's already been out 4 times, staring at a 5th if they can't move the chains. Grabbed behind the line, it's McKinney. All the way out across the 45-yard line. Mark it out of bounds at the 46.
And there you go. You see, you don't have to throw bombs to get big plays in the passing game. Just screen it to your running back. As soon as he catches it, he gets upfield. And how about the downfield blocking by these linemen and the wide receivers as they rip off that explosive play?
Looking downfield on first down. Got it set up on the outside. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get him to the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. He'll keep it himself. Past the first down marker and still running. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance.
And third and long as a defensive lineman, man, I'm thinking fly up the field, get to the quarterback. They sneak in the option. The defense not ready. He didn't even have to pitch it. He just kept it himself and gets the third and long situation.
The give on the option. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking for space, it's Bankston. Noses ahead to the 30-yard line, a pickup of 1.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the...
Throws toward the end zone. Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for.
Not all guys have the ability to break on the football, go make a play, and catch it. You know, you play defense for a reason. A lot of the wide receivers are the ones that do most of the catching. Great job by the defense securing the INT.
Guys, we'll see what Jacksonville State can get going on O. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29.
We love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Gamecocks with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Going to take a shot on 2nd and short. Grabbed over the middle. It's Petway. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
Well, they execute the in route. Now, how about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. They'll send the tight end in motion. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could.
I think he did a really good job, first of all, keeping his eyes downfield. You could see he wanted to throw the football. But when it's not there, don't force it. tuck it down, get some positive yards.
The Gamecocks can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking for a crease. It's Cook. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on first down. Second down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed first down on second down, and now maybe even put them in a passing situation on third down.
Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. Open space at the 25. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Looking to pass inside the red zone. Finds his big tight end. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. It's a draw. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, they try to go draw on that one. There was just nowhere for the back to go. Great job defensive.
Yeah, and great penetration. You want him to run upfield on the draw play. The defense doesn't bite, stuffs the run.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can pick up the first without scoring. Pocket breaking down. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Oh, that's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect him well enough.
Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. After finishing a drive with a field goal earlier, this one will be a 33-yard attempt. And the kicker delivers the 3-ball to finish off the drive. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Quickly complete. They'll run him out of bounds, but look what's on the ground. Penalty marker.
Illegal touching. Offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Snagged in the middle, it's Johnson. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains, they mark it at the 29.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
On the move, it's Bankston. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Guys, Jacksonville State has the lead here as we've reached the end of the quarter. They built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. It'll be a draw. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Got to give this defense credit, guys, because all game long they have forced their opponent to be one-dimensional. They haven't allowed anything to happen in the passing game. As a result, we're here in the fourth quarter. They barely allowed over 100 yards passing.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple. He hurls one deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And that decision will be questioned for a while. Off the play fake on first down. Grab behind the line. It's Cook. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And just no hesitation there by the quarterback, right? Primary target not open, so find your check down. Where's my running back? Yeah, I know I'm under pressure, and I know I'm going to get hit, but I'm not taking a sack. I'm going to find a way for us to get a few extra yards here.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Trying the left side. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
From the 17-yard line, threatening to score on 1st and 10. Sends it back in motion. Touch pass on the run. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand. Safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
Wants to fire on second down. Here comes the heat. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Just a hair too much on it from this big-armed sophomore quarterback. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. He is stopped well short of the first down marker at the 15, and let's see what they do on 4th.
15-yard line. Brings up 4th down.
So here comes the field goal unit. They've been doing work today. They've already made a couple. Good, right down the boulevard. And now the lead is even bigger.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. We will get another look at this New Mexico offense. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession, they went for it. They rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on 3rd down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass. Catch in the middle. It's Thomas. Makes the stop at the 32, but he picks up 10 on that play.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Catch in the middle, it's Johnson. They get it at the 42, but he picked up 10 there.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. With the catch, it's Miller. There he goes! Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
Well, this offense has not put their best product on the field today. They've got no points to show for any of their efforts so far, but they've still got a chance. But if it's going to happen, it has to happen now in this 2-minute situation. This is where their playmakers need to step up.
Got it in the middle, it's Bankston.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch to these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
And here comes the offense on second down. Looking to fire. Rush is on him. He's going to run it. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground.
And defensively, you've got to know this guy, man. He's got some wheels to him. He'll get outside the pocket. You can't let him outside the cage. Those ends have to do a good job of keeping contained. When you lose it, this is what happens. He can get outside, can scramble, and can get first downs.
Wants to go up top on first down. Fires to the tight end.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Wants to go up top. He'll pull it down. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Ball is at the 20. They'll try to convert this third and short. From the gun, wants to pass. A shot toward the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, New Mexico!
And this offense finally gets something together and gets on the scoreboard. It's not over yet, but this is a good sign, man. They got the positive momentum. See if they can build on this, even though we're in the fourth quarter.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And it's perfect. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they close the deal with a 20-yard pass for 6. They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick.
Well, they try to go onside kick, but that's why they're called the hands team. Great job recovering that ball.
They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
The defense, obviously, at this point is trailing. They need to get the football back. They're expecting run. They know the offense is going to try and bleed the clock, so you got to be good at the point of attack. They were right there. They gave up nothing on that run.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Big third down play here. If they get a stop, you'll see an immediate timeout. From the gun, wants to pass. And the third down pass is incomplete. And the Gamecocks will call on their punt team. Not going to get a chance to field that one, and the punt will bounce out of bounds. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Finds his tight end. At the 35, he's got room. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Wants to throw on first down. Grabbed in the middle, it's Miller.
And the offense gets the ball out pretty quick. But, man, if you're going to do that, that's fine. But we got to get the first down, or we got to get out of bounds so we can stop the clock. This offense, they've got to execute a little bit tighter down the stretch of this close football game.
And the Lobos with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Thomas. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. The offense gets a quick timeout at this point. Every second is precious. Wants to throw again. Got it in the middle. It's Buckley.
And that's exactly what this defense needs to do. The clock is your friend. Try to keep them in bounds. No big plays, and let that clock just tick.
The Lobos in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Grab near the marker. It's Johnson. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
Well, when you're running the curl route against zone coverage as a QB, you know you've got to get the receiver the ball quickly. This quarterback has a cannon for an arm. He showed you on that last throw, and the offense picks up the first down.
And the Lobos, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. From the red zone, looking for a space. Gets it out fast. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Here's a heat. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, we've got a chance at a finish.
There we go. There's step one. There's a lot of things that needs to happen for this offense, but they started with the touchdown. Time's ticking out. We got to go for 2 here. Cut this to 8, where we maybe can get another score and get that 2-point conversion to tie it.
So as big as that touchdown was, equally as big, converting this 2-point attempt and making it a 1-score game. The snap sets up to throw. Right on the money. And he'll go out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they've got it right on the doorstep. Time is against them, still down by 2 scores, but they'll line up for the onside kick.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.